Thanks for choosing us. A leading member of the Fix the Country movement, Barker-Vormawor, has been charged with treason felony. This is an offense provided for in Section 182B of Ghana's Criminal Offences Act, Act 29. This provides the Section 182 treason felony. A person is guilty of treason felony and shall be punishable as for first-degree felony. B, who prepares or endeavors to carry out by unlawful means any enterprise which usurps the executive power of the state in any matter of both a public and general nature. Last Thursday, Mr. Vormawor took to social media to threaten a coup following pictures emerging from the majority leader's 65th birthday bash showing an e-levy designed cake. The judge hearing the matter, Eleanor Barnes, remanded the accused person into police custody, pointing out that the nature and severity of the crime meant the court cannot grant bail. The court also ordered that he should be allowed to see his family and lawyers every day between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. He's expected to reappear on Monday, February 28. Court correspondent Joseph Akable was in court for Joy News. What more do we know about Barker-Vormawor's arraignment in court? Hello, Joseph.
Just a short while ago, Aisha, he was remanded into police custody. This was after charges were leveled against him. Just one charge specifically that has been filed against him, the charge of treason felony. And I am here at the Arraignment District Court. The state prosecutor, a police prosecutor specifically, ASP Sylvester Asari, took the court through the basis for the arrest of Mr. Barker-Vormawor. He explains that some time ago, the police received information that Mr. Barker-Vormawor was intending to incite persons to engage in a coup, and so they said investigation commenced, and subsequently they learned that he had been inciting them on social media, and so he was picked up. Let me quickly do the interaction with a few of his members of the Fix the Country conveners who are here with us here. Raphael, earlier you were telling me about how you feel about all what is happening now.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. It is very devastating what is happening in the country now. Ghana is a democratic country. We all admit to that fact. But what is happening now, Ghana is turning to be a banana republic. What is happening now is too much, okay? And the youth of Ghana, you can see from the people that Ghana is rising. The youth of this country are saying they are not happy with whatever that is going on. Akufo-Addo is the father of the land. And if indeed Akufo-Addo call us all as fellow Ghanaians, we have risen, and all we are saying is justice must be served. Coup does not mean you are going to vote against the government. They should go to the constitution, what they call the dictionary, and check the meaning of coup. He never said he's going to organize a military coup. Oliver Barker is not a military officer. Oliver has never had any military training anywhere. He just made a comment that he is going to organize an e-coup. What is e-coup, Mr. Bawumia? Which comments, Mr. President, haven't you heard in this country? You said it yourself. What is the meaning of all die, Mr. President? What is happening now in this country is sending this country in a ditch. And Akufo-Addo, if you remember the Arab Spring, what you said about the Arab Spring is about to happen.
Is that the same for you? How do you feel?
We are marching straight to the police station. We need to be there. Oliver needs to be granted bail. No crime in this country. Okay?
Sorry, message I'm sending on Mr. Romani. That's based on that we are calling you to court. I think this is highly frustrated. I see you can also judge it. Thank you very much. I'm
presented in court by respected legal practitioner Mr. Kutuampao. He made an application for bail, and he specifically accused the police of breaching the constitution by not ensuring that they put Mr. Barker-Vormawor before court within 48 hours. We got some explanation from the police. DSP Sylvester Asari, who led the prosecution team today, did explain that it is the case that on Sunday, when even before the expiration of the 48-hour window, they had made efforts and sent a team to the Chief Justice's office to ensure that they actually had a court that could sit and hear the matter within the 48 hours, but it proved futile, he indicated, and so it is on that basis that they had no choice but to arraign him at this morning. And so the latest from the Ashaman District Court is that Mr. Barker-Vormawor remains in the custody of the police up until February 28th. The court says he reserves the right of making an application at the High Court if he deems it necessary to do so. Aisha.
Joseph Akable is our man. He's reporting from the Ashaman Court, and he's been telling us that Barker-Vormawor has been... Akable, if you're still there, can you describe his demeanor when he was given this sentence, or when he was charged with this? Hello, Akable.
Together with one of the Fix the Country shirts underneath the suit. Very calm, he looked pensive. There were points in time that he folded his arms. There was one point in time that he had attempted to say something to the court, and the magistrate did indicate that he could not speak at that point in time, and that his lawyers were going to address any concern. Specifically, this was at the time that the claim was being made that he was arrested at 10 p.m. on Friday, and so he wanted to speak to correct that impression that he had been arrested on Friday 10 p.m. And his lawyers did in fact point out that the arrest was effected sometime around 4 p.m. on Friday, and so it was a look of calmness, pensiveness, and also monitoring what was going on closely. Right after proceedings, he was led out of the courtroom right here on my left-hand side and brought into the waiting police vehicle to be taken into police custody, Aisha.
Akable, we are told that he's on hunger strike. How did he look? Did he look like somebody who's not eating for days?
Obviously, for those of us, and by way of the media landscape and the interactions we've had with Mr. Barker-Vormawor, he doesn't look as energetic as we've all known him to be on a normal day. He's quite a vociferous young man. He was a bit calm at this time around and looked very pensive as he was actually brought into the court handcuffed. And when the case was called, the cuffs were taken off, but eventually the cuffs were fixed again and he was taken into the waiting van. But we understand from the group and those who are close to him that the hunger strike, he's taking fluids. It's just meals that he's not taking. And it's to register his displeasure at the fact that he believes that his arrest is unlawful and his rights are being breached by the state security apparatus.
Legal practitioner Martin Kwebo accused the police of unconstitutionally detaining Oliver Barker-Vormawor beyond 48 hours. But the Director of Police Public Affairs, DCOP Kwesi Fori, says the court should be left to decide.
Encounter reasons, and let's leave that to the court.
But was there a particular reason why the police had to do that?
As you are aware, we are in a democratic environment. We are all subject to the dictates of the Constitution, and that enjoin us to uphold the values of the Constitution and the constitutional establishment and order. And for such a post, which threatens the very foundation of democracy and the Constitution, definitely police might come in. Because police are the enforcers of the law. And that is what we did. And we've not taken action for ourselves, but we've gone to court. And I believe that that is the place, a fair ground for all parties. And we should respect that we are in court.
DCOP, there's a case, a Supreme Court case that has given the leeway for courts to sit on weekends and even on holidays. You should have arraigned him before court per Article 14.3 on Sunday. Why didn't you do so?
We are in court. All these things could be considered. Those things could be raised, and we are in court.